All right, well, glad that you're here. Welcome to day 2 of the 5-day challenge as we're going to continue on digging deep into Groove.ai with none, none other than our host, Nick Lacani. Well, I'm Karen Allen. I'm the Chief Program Officer here at GrooveAsia and I'd like to welcome you and so glad that you are here with us today. Well, we have learned so much, just the beginnings of Groove AI, and now we're going to get into how you can use this for your business, for your marketing, and to get your business growing and scaling. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome Nit Lakani, who's going to be doing our training today. He's a dedicated educator with a passion for teaching. From his impactful role as a college lecturer to leading a digital transformation of Toastmasters International in the UK and Ireland, Nick's commitment to sharing knowledge shines through. And I know if you were here yesterday, you can actually see that. As a senior technical consultant and technical director, he inspires teams to excel. And that's what we want you to do today. We need you to, or want you to, excel. And that's why we provide all these trainings here for you. He fosters a culture of learning. Now, Nick's focus is on empowering entrepreneurs just like yourself to thrive online, turning your dreams into reality. So all together, put your virtual hands together and join Nick as we go through day 2 of our 5-day challenge on Groove AI. Welcome to the stage, Nick.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Karen. Welcome to everybody in the Zoom room. And I believe, Karen, you're going to start the streaming at some stage, right?
That would be great, but we're having issues with that. That's why live is so wonderful. Get your blood going this morning.
No problem. Live is great. One of the things that we looked at yesterday was looking at Groove AI, looking at the console, and I did say we're going to have some bumper topics today. Now, before I start, let me just welcome those of you in the Zoom room over here. So Tyra, Dr. Lisa, Brooks, Tony, and Greg. And of course, my very own personal program director, the ever wonderful Karen. Thank you so much. Now, those of you who are watching, one of the things that we need to do is to, like yesterday, make it so that you can ask questions. You may be able to put questions here during the session. I may be able to answer them. Otherwise, stick around till the end and I will answer them at the end of the session. Okay? Now, what we're going to look at is, let me just show you on the screen on here. Let me just transition out on there. As you can see, it's unlocking the power of Groove AI, and it's going to be myself and Peter. And what I explained yesterday was that I'm going to be doing days 1 to 3 and also number 5, and Peter's going to be doing number 4. Excellent. And today's topic is going to be business benefits. Now, it's nothing to do with benefits as it's not cash handout. It's not. It's a positive. But one of the things that we're going to look at is how to actually build a proper platform for your business. That's not a technical platform. It's a legal platform. It's a a planning platform. It's a knowing what you're doing platform. All right. Now you'll see me move my head not only from the camera over here, but to left and to the right. I've got screens all over the place and I've got different things going on. So if I don't keep eye contact with you, it doesn't mean that I don't love you or I'm actually being rude. It just means doing prepping things and so that to show you on this camera and this screen. All right. Fantastic. Now, what we're going to do is let's just break down what we're going to do today in terms of I want you to think of creating a business plan for your business. Hands up those of you in the room who've got a business plan for your business. What? Yeah, so one definite, one and yeah, okay. So no, why do we need a business plan? Put it into the chat. Why do we need a business? Give me one benefit. Give me a benefit on there of having a business plan. All right. Now, while you do that, I'm going to say to you, I'm going to talk about creating a USP, your unique selling proposition. Now, or your unique selling point. A lot of people have that as well. But I'm not, we're not going to get too much time to spend on this. This isn't a business seminar as such, but I'm going to show you a way in which you can actually have a business seminar anytime you want. Does that sound good? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up in the room. Does that sound good? Business seminars at any time. No? Doesn't sound good? Okay. No thumbs up? All right. No problem. We'll also look at identify your niche market, pinpoint where your ideal client hangs out. Where do they have coffee and tea? Where do they go for lunch? That kind of thing. And also have a go at having designing your marketing plan. Now, there's a lot here. I'm going to dip in and out these 5 items, but I'm going to have some help. So let's see what people have come up on here. Right. So excellent. Let's see what people come out. Dr. Lisa says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Yes, but what is a business plan do? Yes, it hopefully will stop you from failing. Okay, that's one thing. So Tyra says it keeps you focused on your goals. Yes, absolutely. And also Dr. Lisa says, yeah, it gives you a roadmap. Yeah, absolutely. Now, the key about this and the things I'm going to do today, I don't want to just go into the virtual lake and start fishing for you and then giving you the fish. I want you, whether you're watching live at the moment or during on the YouTube channel watching the video, I want to teach you how to fish yourself anytime you want to. That's what we do. That's as educators. That's our goal. We want to help you develop. And one of the things that I do is to use examples in my life to explain about things like planning. For example, today I was running late. I was dropping Mrs. Nick to the city center where I live, and I said, "Well, where am I dropping you?" Meeting a friend over at this point over here. Then, so imagine that this point over here is where they're meeting, and then they're going to walk over here 15 minutes to go and eat. Now they've got an hour to do that, and then they've got to go back to where they met and walk another 10 minutes this way to go to the theater. They only have 1 hour to do everything, right? You've got to plan things out. Without planning things out and knowing that, right, I have to be at this time, why don't we meet at a place nearer to where the theater is? Then we've got a chance to order something, have a bite to eat, and then go into the theater. That's just simple planning. Okay. But until you've written it down, until you've got it out of your head and told somebody or put it on a plan or put it on a board or put it in your schedule, sometimes you forget that there are those logistics involved. That's the simple planning. And that's what a business plan is, actually. It's just setting things out. It's just setting out your goals, what you're trying to do. That way, as you go along, you can see how and comparing your progress with what you thought would happen or what you predicted would happen or what you planned to happen. Okay? Now, that's it. Very, very, very straightforward. In terms of what we're going to look at today on Groove AI, so I'm going to actually show you on here. Now, just give me a thumbs up. Can you read the words on there? Are they big enough? The projects, the 5-day challenge over here, the buttons on here. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm getting some thumbs up. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you. Now, just a quick reminder, those of you who watched yesterday, I had a quick navigation looking around the console. I'm just going to do 1 or 2 extra things today. Therefore, if we go to chat, you can actually chat. Now, the projects are, because that way they get saved and then, they're easily available. The chats are where you basically, it's like having a chat with GPT. It's not attached to a project as such and so on. Okay. Now, apps, these are the kind of things that Peter is going to look at on day 4. Okay, so but you do have them access to them over there, and then he will explain a little bit more on Thursday for you. And documents, do you remember I did this yesterday, my puppy training course, where this is the output from the prompts that I got Groove AI to actually work through for me. So if I click on that, do you remember that? It's the puppy training course. Okay, so that's one way of going around the console, and also at any point, if you go to the Groove AI logo, you get back to the dashboard. Okay, so very simple, a little bit more navigation in there for you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to projects, and over here, the 5-day challenge. This is what I started yesterday. Now, this is day 1, so this is the work that we did on yesterday. Okay, so this is that call we worked through. Now, I'm not going to delete. That's we're not touch that today. All right, so just please ignore that. What I am going to do though is I've shown you that here's something I made earlier. All right, I don't want to waste too much time today. So what I'm going to do is to show you a prompt that I wrote earlier. Oh, right, there you go. Right, a prompt that I wrote earlier, and then I'm going to show you the outputs, and we're going to take them there. Remember, we're talking about business plan. Therefore, is this good enough to read? Is that readable on there? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, okay. So I tell you what, let me just make it a shade bigger. Okay. Right, that should be okay, right? So I'm just going to give you the gist of what I've written on here. And you know, it's not a matter of taking a copy of this and putting it in. Just do what I do. I'm telling now, okay, so here's one thing. We're playing a game today. The game is, remember I said that you've got access to your business seminars at any time. What I meant was you've got access to your team, your cabinet, your executive team. How do you want to phrase them? These are the people that are going to help you to be successful. And you've got SEO experts, you've got marketing experts, you've got sales experts, you've got experts in finance and trade and regulation and anything else that you want. You've got access to all of those people because you've got access to Groove AI. You have got access to those people. Imagine you're having a conversation with your financial, your accountant, for example, your financial advisor. That's what you're doing here. But every time you open up ChatGPT on a new page, just set the scene, saying, "I want you to be this particular type of expert." That's all I'm trying to say to you. Therefore, if we go back on here, you're not an okay business advisor. You're not a good business advisor. You are a world-class business advisor. You are world-class. You're really good at what you do. You're just setting the scene. Specializing in online courses and communities. You know that's my specialty, right? Now, what I'm telling it is I am an excellent teacher, trainer, communicator, and confident with digital tools. Okay? And I'm setting the scene and I'm telling ChatGPT, telling Groove AI who I am. Okay? I could give lots of information. I could give, you know, put my CV in there or whatever it is. But that's enough for now. And then this is what I want to do. I want to set up a new online business to grow a community of my ideal clients, and I want to help them work through a 12-month course that enables them to digitize their business and create their own communities. And what I could put in there is, and make them start to be profitable, or help them make their first sales, for example. Okay? So that's what I want to do. That's my aim. Now, I'm going to be very honest here. Look, I'm confused as to what this course should be, what it should be containing in terms of contents or how it's structured and how to monetize it, right? So I'm being vulnerable here, but this is my advisor. I paid them to listen to me. Or I pay GrooveAI. You get the idea. This is your advisor. I'm also struggling as to who my ideal client is. Hence, the idea about finding a niche and finding your ideal clients and how I attract them to my community. So this is going to help us with a marketing strategy. Okay. Now remember that the slide that I showed you earlier. I'm just telling you, these are the 5 detailed tasks I need your help with today. Now, I'm not sure whether we get through all of them today. Let's just see how we go with time, okay? I want to be able to help, I want your help to create my business plan. Okay, so that's the first one. So, for pound one, hash one, number one, what questions do you have for me that will enable you to draft an outline business plan for me? Did you see what I did there? I took the pressure off myself and saying, oh, I need to be a fantastic prompt engineer. I need to ask the right questions. It's not all on me. What I did was I said, here's the scene, here's all, here we are, here's who you are, here's who I am. What do you need to do? What do you need to know in order to help me create a draft business plan? And I'm putting the onus on GrooveAI. So I'm having a conversation as such with GrooveAI. I pay you $100,000 a year, business advisor. I want to know what I'm getting for my money. Let's go. We're at work now. That's what you're doing. You're calling upon your virtual team or your AI team and saying, right, advise me, ask me questions. Now, I may have a million things going around in my head, but I may not have written them down. I may not have them really set out properly. I may be confused by them. I may be overwhelmed down there. Hands up who's been overwhelmed with lots of things going on. And we'll see. Yeah, okay. You all get overwhelmed sometimes, but use this tool to just calm yourself down and get it to do the heavy lifting for you. Trust me, you're still going to do the work, but there'll be 2 hands doing it, 2 sets of hands doing it, not just one. Okay? Therefore, let's go back to this. What questions do you have for me? I'm asking AI. So therefore, it's telling me, yes, creating plan is Okay, so to draft a comprehensive outline, I'll need to gather some essential info from you. And here are some of the questions. And not only is there a heading, there are 10 questions and written in a certain way. Okay. Now, one of the things about ChatGPT, about GrooveAI, which I love actually, is I'm going to say, okay, competition. I'm going to hide that paragraph. And can you see this little box which says Ask AI? Ask AI. Click on it. And oh, look, you can get it to rewrite it, fix the grammar, punctuation. I want more information more questions like this. Expand on this. Make it more concise, simplify. Look at all of that. Okay, so let's get it to expand on it. And then you can see on here. Do you see all that? This is all about competitors. Okay. All right. So it's saying, do you want to move it to the document? Do you want to copy it? Do you want to go back? Do you want to try again? Do you want to discard it? Okay. So for this is just an example, but you get the idea. This is some of the things that you can do with this tool. It's fantastic. Now, I don't really want to look at this. This is too detailed for me at the moment. So in this case, I'm just going to discard it. Okay. So discard. Okay. You get the idea. Now, what I need to do is to go through and you can see on here that Okay, let's see. These are the 10 questions. I went and asked it again, I believe. Okay, so these are the 10 questions that I want to do. But what I need to do is to say, right, here are my answers. So what I'm doing is, instead of just having everything whizzing around in my brain, let's start putting some answers together so that it can help me. So number one, long-term vision. I want 1,000 uh, fervent followers in my community by March 2025, all on the course. And what's the core mission you wish to fulfill for your community and clients? Um, I want all my clients to be more successful. Now, is that a good word, a good phrase? Successful. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think? More successful. Thumbs down? Really? Ooh, Karen's okay with that. All right. So, um, if I say to you that spend 1 hour with me, pay me $100, and tomorrow you'll make some more money. Is that a good deal? So you give me $100, tomorrow you go and find a quarter on the floor. Fantastic, you've made more money. My job is done. See you later. Be specific as you can. Okay? Be as specific as you can. All this stuff about manifestation and so what's it called? Manifestation. Yeah, be specific as you can. Okay, I'm not an expert on that, by the way, so but you get the idea. So I want all my clients to have sold, to have sales of 10,000 US dollars, 10,000 US dollars in their first 6 months with me. Okay, so I'm not going to be overtly ambitious or overtly, be targetful. That's a reasonable amount, because some of the people may have this as a side gig, right? They may not be working in their business full time. So, I mean, you can adjust that 20,000, 30,000, or you may be specific in other ways. But one of the things that you can do, and why I'm doing this, is not only am I writing it down, I'm actually writing it down not just for me, but for my clients as well. And say, my aim is to actually get you to this point. And that's another reason why they decide to come along and work with me. Get the idea? All right. So this actually helps with sales, and it's not just paperwork or admin. Number two, what are the course objectives? And so to digitize all aspects within reason of their business. Okay. Specific knowledge areas you want to focus on, especially in their marketing and uses of AI tools for their back office. Okay. What's number three? Course structure. And here, see, this is a lot of this is going around my head, because I'm saying, what is it I want to do? I love live sessions. So monthly or fortnightly live training sessions, and also measures to help retention and successful completion of the course, like weekly office hours and personal meetings, etc. Okay, so I love live sessions. I love live sessions and recorded courses. Okay, so that's enough information there. So you get the idea what I'm looking for, target audience. And so, okay, mainly females over 40, looking for a new side income or to replace full-time work. So you get the idea what we're doing over here. We're answering these questions and so on. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Okay. Uh, please give me a draft business plan for me to consider. Okay, so going through those 10 questions takes a bit of time because it makes me think. It's making me think because I've not got it written down anywhere. And it's important to go through exercises like this, not just for a business plan, but for marketing strategy. Okay, what's your strategy going to be for Facebook or for LinkedIn or for whatever social media you use? But I want you to use this to brainstorm and to come up with ideas and strategies to help you go forward. Don't sit there saying, well, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure. Ask your friend. Well, actually, sorry. Groove AI is not your friend, your employee, right? You get the idea. It's part of your team, your executive team. Okay. So let's see what it's given us on here. And here we go. Draft business plan outline. Oh yeah, I should have given it business name, shouldn't I? Okay. So you get the idea. It started fleshing out what my vision is, what the mission is, target market. Look, female entrepreneurs, female over 40, competitive landscape. So it's getting into some of those items on here. And this is the basis of my business plan. Okay. Okay. So some of this information we don't have yet, marketing plan, but it will actually, help you think about, look, use social media platforms, conversion strategies, offer limited discounts or early bird pricing, monetization, pricing models. Look at this. Look, success matrix. Um, create some milestones or key performance indicators so that you know how you're doing during this process. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're successful. Are you hitting your KPIs? Are you reaching where you need to be by a certain time? Okay. So it's got other information in there. Look, financial projections, challenges, etc. All right. So you get the idea. Within a few minutes, you've made a start on your business plan. If I actually go and answer all those 10 questions, then I mean, I've done this exercise a number of times and I've done this with clients as well. And what happens is they then stop and go, What about so and so? What about this? What about, and then they'll start conversing with Groove AI. Okay, thinking about, okay, how do I, what do I set up first? Do I set up the course or do I set up the community first? How do I go and price access to the community? Do I have it for free or is there a charge or is there, I make it a mastermind even. And suddenly all of these little ideas are going off in the head because there's more space up there because you've gone and emptied some of the space by putting it on paper. Are you okay with that? Does that make sense? Uh, because we all go around and we can talk about it. Yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm that thing. Yeah, it's on top of my mind. Oh, I forgot to. We're always busy. Not everybody works like this, but if you haven't done it before, give it a go. If you don't need one and you're already successful, great. Happy for you. Very happy. Share how you did it. Share your story. Um, But what I want you to do is, those of you who are looking at a tool like this, it's not just a tool; it's a conversation with a world-class business expert in the fields that you specify. That's what it is. It really is. And for example, further down the line with AI, there's going to be developments whereby, I mean, I did some videos for my community a few months ago about autogen and the idea that you can actually build your own little farm of virtual assistants who are all made up of AI. And so you've got a supervisor supervising all the copywriters. You've got four copywriters. You've got an SEO, marketing director who's looking after the SEO expert and the web developers, and these are all AIs. Yeah, so Dr. Lisa likes that. Yeah, these are all different AI bots, as it were. And you can go off and create that, and they'll start working on their own. Now that is coming, okay? That is coming. I don't know exactly what form it'll take, but the first time I heard about that, I was excited because we're in a position where we're learning about AI so that we've got a good chance to control it to help us grow our businesses. If we shy away from Groove AI and tools like this, we're back to an empty notepad with just a pen that's not been used yet. Because that's where some of us are, aren't we? Therefore, I want you to start taking more action where you have a thought about, well, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure what I'm doing today. I'm not. Just have a conversation with the AI. Remember, it's not going to give you all the answers. What it's going to do is it's going to ask you the questions so that you can actually find the answers for yourself when it comes to things like this. Okay? If you go and talk to friends and you say, yeah, I'm busy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but in reality, if you actually have a frank conversation with your AI and be honest with the AI, it will actually help you tremendously because it just deals in, you know, hopefully facts. Okay. And if you're struggling on something, you don't understand something, you can just ask it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You can just go and ask. Okay. Now, are there any questions that we have already, Karen, on here? So,
I don't see any questions, but we are streaming, so I'm excited about that.
okay, excellent, fantastic, great job there. Um, so actually, a, I see a question on here from Dr. Lisa. Dr. Lisa is asking, do you set the scene once per conversation or each prompt? No, not each prompt because it remembers what goes before. Okay, unless it's a very, very, very long prompt. But for example, what I do is I actually have those little paragraphs, and I actually just save them on a I use OneNote to store information, and so I've got all of these little prompts. Say, you are an SEO expert in blah blah blah. You are a marketing expert. You are a sales expert. You are a, and so I've got a few of those knocking around. But it only takes a minute to just go off and do it. Really, okay. You don't need an automation. You don't need an AI to go and organize your little paragraphs. Okay, you can just take it from the top of your head. It only takes a minute. Okay, so hopefully set the scene more specific. I didn't understand. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so now one of the things that I want you to think about is if I bring back my slideshow. Your things like your unique selling point, proposition, identifying niche market, pinpointing ideal client, and also your marketing plan. Now, the reason I put those in there is I want you to go and take those away. Because obviously, I said to you, we won't have time. I mean, there's a lot of work in here because you're not getting AI to say, give me a business plan. You're getting an AI to ask you the questions, to get the information from you, to then use itself with all that it knows to then come up with a draft for you. Okay? So it's not as simple as create me a business plan. Well, it doesn't know what business are you in? What is your specialty? What is your niche? So at that point, when you start talking more about yourself, and for example, your skills, your knowledge, your experience, or your passions, what is it what does success look like for you over here? Maybe put something like that in. Success looks like I want to be, I'm a hairdresser. I want to own my own premises. I also want to be mobile and I want to go and do the hair of the stars, or, whatever your goals are. Okay, what does success look like for you? Put those in and then work backwards. Get it to actually say, well, how can I get there? What is it I need to do? Here's where I am today, but I want to be over here. So you can actually go and have these conversations with the AI on there. Also, for example, when we look at the unique selling proposition, the one really important thing about this, I used to do a lot of work with people with on their business plan, writing business plans. When they're going for loans to banks and so on. I worked with a couple of banks over here in the UK, and I would actually be a mentor to entrepreneurs who are starting out to actually go and help them not only communicate and do different things, but also to create a solid business plan. And one of the things about the USP is I would do a so what exercise. They would say, I'm a great cook. So what? So I would go through the questions, or I would say, yeah, okay, well, I make great cakes. So what? Show me something that's going to set you apart from somebody else in that industry. What makes you so great as a baker, as a cook, as a chef, as a hairdresser, as a trainer, a consultant? So, for example, one of my clients was a tutor. And she was super, super great at, for example, she had a niche whereby she had the target market was boys and girls aged between age between 7 and 14. Okay, based in the US, in Dallas, in the Dallas area, and for English and maths, but especially specializing in literature, on creative writing. So therefore, not only does she do the English and maths for the grade levels from age 7 to 14 or 15 or whatever it was, I don't know what they are in American terms, but um, not only will she get your kids to grade level and above, if your child and if you and your child want to go along and go and do this extra, this literature angle, and not only learn more about it so that the level of English they have is through the roof, but also to go and write creatively and win competitions. Some of her students won competitions and so on, very successful. And that was a USP, unique selling proposition. For the right child, we can actually achieve competition, high rankings in competitions for their age group or something like that. We had a few things worked out in terms of the wording and so on. But that's what really set her apart from every other tutor. Yes, she was better than other tutors in English and maths, fastidious and thorough. But then so is everybody else. And you can't just say, well, you know what, this one's better than that one. Well, but that one thing that set her apart actually then uh, helped increase her sales by 45% in the first year she worked with me. And I got her to charge 30% more. So her income went up, right? So, but focusing on the USP, it's really important. What do you bring that other people don't? If I want to set up a community of people, well, what do I bring that other people don't? Well, I've already mentioned it. I want to not only get people to complete the course, and I'm going to help them by having office hours, by having me available. Now, just think about it. The USP for online courses during COVID was the fact that, hey, you can do it at your time when it suits you. The problem is that the number of people who complete the courses is dropped from, I don't know what it was, probably 50, 60%, now dropping towards 20% and lower because there's too many online courses. So how do I get you to complete an online course? Well, one way to do it is to do cohort training and say, right, we're going to do 8 weeks from the 1st of November all the way through to the end of the year. Every week, Tuesday at 7 p.m., we're going to sit. So again, that will to help set me apart because I will be doing live training with those people and helping them in the room. You can raise your hand and ask questions. The other way to do it is to actually do the office hours. You got a question, you know that on Thursdays between 11 and 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., I'm available. Here's the Zoom room. Just come along, let's have a chat. And I want to retain these people to do the course. Even though they've paid for it, it helps me and it helps them to go and complete the course. So that's one of the things that sets me apart from other people who sell online courses. Do you understand? Are we okay with that? So find your unique selling point or your unique selling proposition. What makes you different? Okay. Now, um, so let's take a look at the slide. Identify your niche market. Again, so the same. Now, this is where, for example, if we take a look at the Groove AI, let's see if Groove AI can help us a little bit. Okay. Now, with this, can you tell me how I find and attract my target market to my landing page? Okay, very simple question. let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so it gives me some information on attracting your target market is a multifaceted approach that combines understanding Here's oh, here's a step-by-step guide. So can you see there, instead of me guessing, it's giving me a guide. So I've got to go and understand my target audience, create personas, yeah? Lots of people have talked about this. My persona is called Pam, all right? And I've got a specific profile of this person, all right? Identify their pain points there. So this is the other thing. The language is different, isn't it? It's telling you to humanize your business and the way in which you go around things. Don't just, you're using tech and digital tools and so on, but you're humanizing it. Okay, and I think that's really important. Give this person a name, a face, where do they hang out? Where do they live? What's their socioeconomic status? What type of phone do they have? What type of car do they drive? Do they drive? Yeah. So there's a number of different things I want you to think about with that. But this tool helps you create it helps you by creating this checklist and enables you to start thinking about things to answer it. Optimize your landing page, for example. The value proposition, compelling headline. I mean, we've Ching Yu, Tan, and Simon, and all of the people that are in the GrooveAsia community and the iSummit community. They've helped us with this over the years, haven't they? That we talked about all of these skills and the marketing and so on, having a call to action, making sure that you're visible, etc., etc. Create high quality content. So it's giving us advice to start doing some marketing, blogs, articles, videos, lead magnets, create some ebooks, leverage social media, be known as an authority in this particular field. Okay, use paid advertising. You get the idea. It's helping you going through webinars and live events. Fantastic. So it's helping you by me just asking a simple question. Can you tell me how I find and attract my target market to my landing page? That's it. I didn't. That's very, very straightforward little question that I asked. And you too can start off like this and then start drilling down and then develop the question, amend the question, edit the question, and you can go and do it. So for example, I actually ask AI, rewrite it. So can you see that? I've rewritten my question. Could you guide me on how to identify and draw my target audience to my landing page? It's written it better. Okay. So you get the idea that one of the things that we can do, let's discard that. It's about getting clarity. It's about getting this ideal client avatar in your mind and written down somewhere. Put it on a board if you have a vision board or something like that. Think about this. This is that person. Give them a name. Okay, it may actually be one of your clients. Actually, this is the average of the last 20 clients. It's Pam, right? So in my mind, I know what her pain points are. I know the struggles that she has. I know what car she drives, where the area she lives in, her status, etc. I also know that she's very, very, very busy. Okay, so can I help her by giving her peace of mind or giving her a place where she can relax but then achieve something? Or it may just be that she's so busy she needs some consulting work, so that she needs me to go and do it for her. Okay, so think about that. So that's just simple question, but it's giving me lots of things to think about in terms of the target market. Okay, and so for example, if we have a look at the niche market is a similar thing. I've already told it what my niche market is or what I think it is, but then I actually ask a question. Is there any alternative niche markets I could find? What other niches could I go to as well as this? Is there something better than this? Maybe I've not thought it through. So you're getting it to ask, it's your trusted advisor, this Groove AI. Okay. Also, design your marketing plan. I mean, this is a huge topic, as you'd appreciate. What are the steps needed to actually create a marketing plan? How do you go? And it'll talk lots of platforms. It'll talk about, but what you do is you build upon all of the questions that I've asked today, build on it step by step, and then go back to the top and then build on it again, get clarity on each of these issues. And at some point, you're going to say, right, okay, let's take the information that we have and we say, right, for example, this is the draft business plan. Over here, draft business plan. Therefore, if I go up here, rename this draft business plan and move to document. Okay. Now you can go off and create other things, and then you think, oh, this output's nice. This is okay. Let's create another page over here so that you can have different documents and different versions and then compare, contrast, see what you like, even copy and paste between these documents as well. So what you're doing is, whilst you're getting clarity, getting the help of a trusted advisor who's a world-class expert, by the way, and you are developing your plans that will help you take the next steps. And spending a few hours doing these exercises could save you hundreds of hours or thousands of dollars, in my humble opinion. Okay, so think about this from a business point of view. Groove AI is great for marketing, and we're going to look at that tomorrow, by the way. But for your business and clarity, achieving this idea of know what your next 5 moves are, I think that's so powerful. But use it to help you achieve that. Okay. Now, we are going to take some questions at the end if there are any. I'm just going to go through my slide before I hand back to Karen. And what to expect in day 3? Well, we're going to do something similar tomorrow. We're going to look at tips and tricks for creating text for web pages and funnels. I'll even show you a demo of how to copy and paste the output into Groove pages, for example. There's a email marketing strategy. You can say, please give me sequence of 5 emails in order to do this particular exercise or to achieve this, and it'll go off and write the emails for you, right? But remember, we need to set the scene, do all of that kind of thing first as well. Okay, same thing for the social media, the video scripts, and even talking about the blog. Now, we did use the blog. I'm not going to do too much on the blog. We won't have time too much to do on the blog tomorrow. Those of you who are interested in the blog, don't forget, in July, we did a whole 5-day challenge on blog, and myself and Michael especially, he went off and showed you how to go and generate information for your blogs or to generate the actual blogs using ChatGPT or other tools. And whatever he did on AI there, you can do on Groove AI over here. Okay, so have a look at that. But I just want you to get the idea that you can start off with some simple questions and say, hey, this is the framework I'm looking for. I want you to help me do X, Y, Z, and then start building it out section by section, block by block, if you want to. And that's the way to grow quality as well as quantity as well, whether it's a blog post, a web page, or a business plan. Karen, over to you. Thank you so much for attending. Hey, those of you live and those of you watching this in on the recording or the stream, thank you so much for your attention. Please put questions into the YouTube channel below or go to our Facebook page. And I'm going to hand back to Karen now. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you so much for the training that you're providing. And how many of you guys are receiving value from this? Put in one in the chat box if you receiving value from this. Are you going to put this into action? Just put a 1 in the chat box. Awesome, awesome. Plenty of ones that are coming through. We do appreciate it, Nick. And I'm so excited that we are got a chance to stream, even though it's half of it. But do not worry. The whole entire training will be put on the YouTube channel on the playlist tab when it renders and all of that good things. All right, so we're super excited about this. Now, I do want to show you about what is coming up in the GrooveAsia community. And you can find this calendar here at GrooveAsia.cm /events. And we are right here on day 2 of the 5-day challenge. And in just a few hours from what you've learned today in this 5-day challenge, you can implement or get started. And we provide a space for that also at the GrooveAsia Power Hour Plus, which is going to be at 10 p.m. If you're here on the East Coast of USA, you can come in here and get started with like-minded people as we do this together, as we're growing and rising together. So that is twice a week on this Tuesday if you're here on the East Coast of USA. It's going to be on Wednesdays and Fridays if you're over in Malaysia, Singapore, on that side of the world. But that in a few hours from now, about 5 hours from now, we're going to be in there. We do have our Insiders Club. Come if you like to learn on your own pace. The Insiders Club is a good way to do that, to be a part of that. And we also have our live mastermind preview from our breakthrough retreat, which is going to be in Tokyo, Japan in March of 2025. So if you have any questions or want to find out some more information about the breakthrough retreat, this is the time to come and a place to come and ask your questions there. We're going to continue on with Groove Card. That's the GLU that happens weekly, and the group coaching, which happens weekly, which also Nick hosts. That's going to be on Thursday at 10 a.m. my time, which is East Coast USA. And we're going to continue on with our 5-day challenge and Power Hour again and end it with our 5-day challenge. There's so much things you can do with this AI material. And at the end of this 5-day challenge, you should be able to rock and roll your business. I do want to put an asterisk on something that's happening next week, which is going to be the Accelerate Your Business with TikTok. You know, TikTok is the way to go. Visual training, visual learning, visual of showing and presenting your products and services. If you want to become more of a master with that, or develop your skills in being a video person, come to the Accelerate Your Business with TikTok. Absolutely free event here. And when you do click on here, just go to the hyperlink, which is this the blue down here, and you'll be able to register. All right. Always so glad that you're here today. Tomorrow is going to be no different. We're going to be rocking and rolling and learning a lot more. If you're here in the room and have any questions, please put them in the chat box so we can answer those. And just stay in the room, and we'll be back after this brief, very brief intermission.
Hi, this is Simon Leung with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.